really have to have a good feel and understanding for the names you're trading. You have to understand, looking at the plot, where you think it's going, how you think it's going to act. Then you have to look at your pricing models to make sure that, why am I going to create this strategy? Now, we've gone through 8 sessions and we've created quite a few, what I call arsenal of different strategies to use to almost capture every imaginative move in a stock. There has to be one strategy in that 6 or 7 that we've gone over that you can implement dependent upon that stock, that particular time, where the market's at, and the overall tone of the market, and obviously where the stock is, both implied levels to historical and the price of the stock. These are all pieces of the puzzle that you have to put together when you're making your determinations. A lot of what Fari does with helping us put stocks into our strategies is just, basically go through a universe that he has available on his website, and we try and find those stocks which might meet that similar criteria. But this is really an exercise that you should start to get accustomed to doing on a daily basis by creating what are your universal stocks that you're very comfortable trading, and say, okay, I learned how to do a vertical. I've learned how to do a buy right. I learned how to do a time spread. I've learned how to do a back spread. I learned how to understand a straddle. I learned how to understand a strangle. Both of those from the buy side and the sell side. I've learned how to understand what a back spread does and how it reacts and what it does. I now understand how to write premium in a ratio right. Now, I showed you a somewhat simple way of doing ratio right by just doing 1 call versus selling 2 calls, buying 1 put, selling 2 puts, but there is a unlimited amount of spreads that you can create on a ratio spread. You could do strike in 1 month against strikes in other month, a ratio diagonal time spread. You could get very creative by understanding where you think the levels are, where you want to buy vol, cheap, under historical, sell vol, high, over historical, and also put into play where you think the stock is going through those time frames. And then at the same time, check your list. Am I invading a time period for earnings? Am I invading a crucial time period in the market for news? These are all issues that you should be making a checklist of and going through when you're deciding what do I want to implement when. If this was an easy game, there'd be a lot more people playing it. If it was an easy game, there'll be a lot more millionaires out there. But options are tough, and hopefully that what we're trying to teach and help will give you that background and foundation to be able to learn how to do it. And